Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Rage, baby. You have to excuse me, a little tech diffs on my end. I am so sorry. Hold on 1 second, please, and thank you. Oh my goodness, how embarrassing. Had the volume on my computer, Robert. Rookie mistake. My goodness. Welcome to the program. You're listening to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. We are live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinon Coffee. We play on Team I-9. We start our days at the YMCA. We do lunch and a milkshake at the 66 Diner. Mondays, that's for the boys at Howie's Sports Page. And the weekends, that's for Teller Vodka, New Mexico's vodka. All right, we're going to lose some sponsors, Robert. I'm going to out myself right now. You know, I'm like the soccer mom here, right? I like to bring snacks. I like to bring soda pops. On Friday, you know, sometimes I'll bring some hooch or some wine, maybe. I think I might have outed myself as subconsciously racist today, Robert. Do you now? So a little behind the scenes, loyal listener, a little behind the scenes friend of the show. I always bring snacks for the boys. Like it's my thing, whether I make some little snack packs at the house and bring apples and grapes and cheese and nuts or whatever. Or I go to the store on the way here and bring snacks. Always have something to munch on. I like to have that little bit of extra energy, some drink that's caffeinated. Today I got me a little Enlightenment yerba mate. A lot of people think I'm speaking German right now. Exactly. A Gayaki organic Enlightenment yerba mate. Yerba mate is just like a different kind of caffeine. It's like slow release. It's like not as strong as coffee, but stronger than tea. It's like slow release. You don't get all tweaked out. But let me tell you why I'm in trouble. Because I think I might be subconsciously racist, Robert. So, I mean, you're I should have told you. Probably should have told you a year and a half ago when we started working together. So I always like to bring healthy stuff, especially now, Robert, that you're on your fitness journey and you're trying to eat healthy. Yeah, buddy. You're going to be fitting in them 32 slim straights like me pretty soon. When you were 12, maybe? All right, but the snacks that I got me and Robert today, and for one person, it's going to sound a little pointed, is a Sprite, a cup of watermelon, and a grapefruit roll-up. I got to the studio, and I pulled the bag out, and I walked back to your little production area on the other side of the glass, by the way. It's not just any Robert. It's Robert Buck D. Gibson, best in the biz. I got to the other side of the glass. I pull out the bag from the grocery store, and I pull out your drink and sit it down. Then I pull out the watermelon and sit it down. And then I pull out your grapefruit roll-up and set it down. And I was like, oh, God, Van, what did you do? Okay. Yes. Yeah. No. We got the exact same snacks. It was just a freak accident the way the stars lined up. It is delicious. You don't like water? Who doesn't like watermelon? Especially fresh cut watermelon sitting right there, all chilled at the store. Yeah, so I got a good laugh out of that, and I was like, okay. I came into the studio and sat down for a second. I was like, all right, let's unpackage this a little bit. It's like, okay, the fruit and nut tray. Okay, obviously that's a standard for me in my diet. I love these little fruit roll-ups, fruit leather, actually, not like fruit roll-ups, like sugary kids treats, but like just blended and compressed fruit. Oh, dude, they're so good. It's just like little fruit candy, but it's like not as bad for you. So I looked at my stuff and I was like, yeah, this is what you normally eat. Like, this isn't like anything. Like, I'm not going to like just go straight home and start listening to Kanye or like just put on my red hat, put on my big bright red hat real quick. I was like, no, like, this is what you eat all the time. It just so happened. Yes. But now I'm going to think about it every time I'm getting us snacks. I'm like, okay, what is something that you and I will both like that will not make me seem racist? Yeah. This is aggressively Anglo. They're delicious. This is a unpaid advertisement for Guayaki organic yerba mate. Smart. Very smart. That's smart. Yeah, an ex turned me on to yerba mate. It's really good. Yeah. No, 100%. Like, some of my favorite things have been like little one-off things that an ex has liked or an ex has said. Like, my favorite white wine is Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, New Zealand. Have you ever had the New Zealand Sauv Blanc? It's so good. It's good. I'll get you a bottle. It's got like this smooth like pear beginning and like this tart, like kind of sour finish. It gives you that little like in the back of the right back there, you know. It is so good. And an ex turned me on to that. And then another ex turned me on to instead of getting the aged, like extra sharp American cheese, get the Kerrygold Irish cheddar instead. It is so much better than like American extra sharp. Yes. And then another ex who, you know, with when you heard me read, got a lot of yeah. Me and George Strait, baby. Obviously, she was a yoga practitioner. By the way, I said these words out loud. Yeah, so she was a yoga teacher, and she didn't do coffee. She only did yerba mate. She got me hooked on these, but just the mint ones. Like the rest of them aren't any good. The mint ones are dope. Unpaid advertisement for the fine people at Guayaki, if I'm even saying that right. Yeah, what else? What else off the top of my head? Dude, I'm 40 and I have not stopped. A few. Yeah, a few. The nice ones. Yes, there you go. Who turn me on to wine or cheese or caffeinated, slow release, delicious minty drinks. I should make a list of like the stuff that I like that has came from an ex that aren't the three that I just mentioned. I bet it's a longer list than I think. And I know what every ex says about me. It's like, he just made me watch The Wire all the time. He said, we can't be together if you don't like The Wire. Yes, you have no idea how much I enriched your life. Thank you for the wine reference. We're even. Speaking of exes, how was the podcast last night? I was busy working at the house. And I didn't catch all of it. I just got some snippets. Do you feel that like she is really polyamorous? By the way, if you haven't checked out the BS show with Buck D and Six every Tuesday at 8, so dope, so good. We've been on there a couple times, myself and Fred, and friends of the show. I had a polyamorist on last night. Okay. Did he like show up on the show? He's going to come on the show and tell his side of the story. This is so dope. I love it. Sure. Okay. I don't. Sure. Sure. Yeah, perpetually single. How do you think I have all these great food references from women? I can't. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that one for sure. And I think for a lot, I tried an open relationship historically. It didn't work for either one of us, either time, I suppose. But I get how people need different types of relationships because there's so many different types of people in the world. There's no just, round peg, square hole, like, this is going to have to work because this is the only way. Like, there's nothing like that. Ah, yes. When we get back, Aaron Judge is PAID paid, and I'll tell you why he either made the right or the wrong choice. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
Basketball. Your Lobo women's basketball team takes on New Mexico State on Sunday, December 11th. Join us for We Are New Mexico in our cheer-out presented by Nintendo. Tip off is scheduled for 2 p.m. Get your tickets at golobos.com/tickets. We'll see you there.
That earlier crash east on I-40 before the I-25 interchange has been cleared. Traffic is now moving with some minor leftover congestion in the area. We're all seeing busier southbound lanes on I-25 between Osuna and Montaño. Other than that, no reports of new accidents.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
All right, so the Cowboys won 54-19. Everybody in the media going to lavish them with praise. Listen, the Cowboys are always their best playing the week or the weekend. Do you still trust Mike McCarthy situationally in the playoffs? Or for Dak to have a 9-play drive trailing?
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
A ductless mini split heat pump system is a convenient, super comfortable, and a cost-effective way to cool and heat specific areas of your home. Their small size and versatility allow the units to be installed almost anywhere in your home, creating total.
I wonder why it does that.
In the summer. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning are your mini split experts. Call them today for a free, no obligation in-home estimate. 505-898-8860.
You want it right today. Get it done the Daniels way. Daniels Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
The Bourbon House is now open in the Northeast Heights. If you love good bourbon, you gotta check out the huge selection at the Bourbon House. They carry many of the high-end and hard-to-find bourbons you crave. The Bourbon House also offers a chef-curated menu with great food. And now you can enjoy a burger or pizza while you watch your favorite football team play, because they've got the Sunday ticket. Only at the Bourbon House, southeast corner of Montgomery and Eubank, next to the Dirty Bourbon.
It's the most together time of the year. The family gathers, friends reunite, and you don't want to miss a second of it. So to stay healthy this holiday season, it's time to get the Omicron booster, designed specifically to boost protection against today's most common COVID variants. It's safe, effective, and available at no cost to you. So schedule your Omicron booster at itstimennm.org or call 855-600-3453.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping, always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter the station's exclusive code at checkout, free 66, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's free 66. Again, free 66.
Sound off right now at 246-0610. Come on!
Welcome back, Duke City. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. Aaron Judge, 9 years, $360 million to stay with the New York Yankees.
Woo!
The biggest piece of me wanted him to go to the Giants. I wanted to derail the Yankees, of course. I wanted to see more competition in the National League West. You got your front runner Dodgers. You got the Padres who are trying to compete, and then the Giants who are always better than they should be. If they get a Judge and a Carlos Correa, the Giants are immediately 1 or 1A in that division, right?
Yep.
But he stays with the Yankees. And while me personally, I wanted to see him move, I thought it'd be first LOL, like go Yankees. That'd be hilarious. But just to like this, an all-time baseball story that this slugger, one of the best in this generation, bet on himself, said no. 7 years, $213 million, like $30 million a year. He turned down $30 million a year for 7 years and bet on himself. A guy with injury history, a guy that's been hurt before, missed a lot of baseball with injuries. You know, guys his size, they don't stay healthy for that long, right? That's the knock.
True.
He said, no, I'm betting on myself, and set an American League home run record. Had the best American League year for a hitter since Ted Williams. The most WAR in 1 year in the AL for one hitter since Carl Yastrzemski. An epic gamble and an epic result. And he nailed it. Buddy, did he nail it?
Man, do you know what this news would have been if he didn't sign back with the Yankees? Do you know how much heat and upset and anger would have came out of New York City?
Oh, they burned the place to the ground.
He had to sign with them. The front office of the Yankees had to make this happen. I was surprised that San Diego entered the chat.
Yes, with the biggest offer.
Yeah. That scared me. I was like, what in the world is going on?
Off the top rope, the San Diego Padres offered Trey Turner 10 years, $342 million, and offered Aaron Judge 10 years, $400 million. That's $750 million in one day on two players, and they both turned it down.
Okay, I have to ask this question.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Charger jersey. We know
Uh-huh.
Chargers originally, well, most well known being from San Diego. Is that city cursed?
I don't know.
What's going on? Who doesn't want to live in San Diego and call that home?
Crazy people. It's the most beautiful place in the country. Some say Miami. You know, I know there's mountain people and there's some winter people who prefer the East Coast, but
those are people who have never been to San Diego.
You can't beat you can't beat San Diego. And I think that's why their sports is actually cursed, because
That's a good point. That's a good point.
everything else is so perfect. The weather's perfect, the scenery's perfect. It's year-round, beautiful weather. There are people who live in San Diego who don't own pants
at all.
Yes, you do not need pants in San Diego. It is shorts year-round.
Yeah.
You do not need closed-toed shoes
Yep.
in San Diego.
Wow.
So maybe everything else is so okay. Great food right there next to Mexico.
Yep.
Beautiful women.
Yep.
Great schools, great colleges, everything you want. Industry, military, government. San Diego has everything. And it's so perfect. That's why everything sucks for their sports teams. Your Chargers left. The Padres are obviously cursed.
Yeah.
They haven't had a basketball team in forever.
Nope.
Why don't they have a basketball team? That would be a perfect spot for the next NBA team.
Makes no sense.
No sense. And all they got's the Padres, and they just keep screwing everything up.
Hey, at least they tried. A lot of organizations won't even put a package together.
Oh, sure.
And they put the best.
Yes.
Oh, man, that has to hurt.
Trey Turner turned down $42 extra million to play on the Phillies. Aaron Judge turned down $40 million or more. It could be more. Turned down more than $40 million not to play in San Diego and to stay in New York.
But okay, I got to take it back to New York City, though. So we've had callers and fans of the Yankees hit us and say they weren't fans of re-signing Judge. What are those people saying today? Do you think that was just fake, or is like
gotta be fake?
I just don't see the Yankees being the team that we saw last season, which was, jumped out to a big lead, big jump. Them being that team without Aaron Judge. That would have been a monumental loss if he would have went to another team.
And it would have been their own fault for giving them that low ball offer, from leaking the news of him turning down the offer. He literally asked the Yankees front office after they tried to do contract extensions, don't put this information out. This is just between us. I'm going to bet on myself and test the free agent market if you don't have a bigger number for me. And opening friggin' day, they leaked the information that he turned down an extension. That's slight number 2.
Yep.
Lowballed him.
Right.
Leaked the information. He goes on to put on a historic friggin' season. Just a walking blank check this offseason. And then the fans have the balls to boo him in the playoffs after he put together one of the best seasons in the history of baseball. They booed him in the playoffs. They would have missed the playoffs if it wasn't for him.
Yep.
Okay, man, I got a stat pulled up. 1 second. Let me find it. Where did I put you? Get back here. Okay. So In the second half of the season, when the Yankees like almost fell out of the playoffs,
Yeah.
you remember the Orioles were on their heels.
Yeah.
They're going to take over.
That was a huge story.
After the All-Star break, Aaron Judge had a 350 batting average, a 502 on-base percentage, and a 784 slugging percentage with an OPS of 1.286, excuse me. The rest of the team, anyone not named Aaron Judge, hit 223 with a 292 on-base percentage.
Oh, my goodness.
And a 360 slugging. Those are minor league numbers. Everyone else on the Yankees should have been sent to the minors, and Aaron Judge put that team on his back and carried them into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he got booed.
I think this, this shows the type of character that Aaron Judge has, because I think any other star of that magnitude would have took those slights and be like, I am out. Whoever offers more, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we know how, superstars are, especially athletes. They don't forget anything. If there's a slight, no matter how small, they'll make it huge and use it as like a focal point for the rest of their season or the next season or even their career.
And Aaron Judge, even called this exact situation. He told his high school sweetheart, now wife, that in 10 years, we're going to be married and I'm going to be playing for the San Francisco Giants. 10 years later, he almost made that decision.
Oh.
And San Francisco said they would exceed or match any Yankees offer. So this is Aaron Judge wanting to be a New York Yankee for life. Had more money in San Diego, had his childhood team in San Francisco, and I'm sure some other teams would have matched some huge offers that really weren't players. But this is Aaron Judge wanting to be a legacy New York Yankee.
Is that what it is? Is it because of just the rich history of the Yankees? You want to be a part of that?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you spent the first half of your career on the Yankees, had success, except for when you get booed in the playoffs. You're absolutely beloved.
You know what? I think about this, especially when it comes to signings like this, and it's to see who are the players in this. If it were me, this is my thinking. I'll be like, I don't want to be just another Yankee great. I don't want to go to San Francisco where it was Willie Mays and McCovey and Bonds.
Yeah.
Let me go to San Diego where they have no history of winning. Not saying they don't have Padre legends.
Just me and Tony Gwynn.
I'm going to be that guy. That's how I would do it. I've always thought about that. I would always want to be the cornerstone guy of an organization who doesn't have a winning history. But I can also see the allure of being on the Mount Rushmore of Yankees, because that's not just Yankees. That's damn near all baseball history.
That's baseball history and, and United States history and world history.
Yep.
Everyone knows the Yankees.
Correct.
It's the most popular logo in the world.
That's why you want to have your organization in the stratosphere like that. That's why you want to be Lakers, Cowboys, Yankees, stuff like that.
Yeah, 100%. And, if he stays healthy the rest of his career, he's going to be one of those guys. He's going to be on the Rushmore of Yankees. And who knows, maybe he keeps this momentum going. He's on the Rushmore of baseball. If the Yankees lost out on Aaron Judge, you might as well get rid of everyone else and start over.
Yeah, it's a rebuild.
Yeah.
They got to go. They have to go find the new era of the new Yankees, because without him, like you said, those numbers say it all. I didn't even know he was doing it like that. And we were in the middle of it this summer.
Sure. Yeah, and his every statistical metric, because you know how big of a dork I am on all that. Every statistical metric that he has says he is the best power hitter in baseball. He's the best power hitter since Barry Bonds. Exit velocity, launch angle, every single statistical metric that a power hitter has, he's the best one. So it's a smart move.
Very smart.
And the Yankees, they just print money. They just print money. This does not cost them anything. They could have a $500 million annual salary, annual payroll, and be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is just not to set the standard for the next generation. And by the way, he is literally setting the standard for the next generation, just not in a ridiculous jump the shark kind of manner.
Right.
His $360 million is the longest contract for a free agent, beating Bryce Harper's $330. His $40 million a year is the highest number for a position player. These are all records. He bet on himself, and he made an extra $146 million on top of the Yankees offer from last offseason. 146 extra million.
That's how you do it.
For betting on yourself. The balls. I love it so much. Little football talk when we get back. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. Looking for holiday gifts that won't be re-gifted? Head to eBay Motors. With millions of parts and accessories at the right prices, there's something for every car lover on your list. And with the money you save, you can pick up something for yourself, too. Happy holidays indeed. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride.
We still have emergency vehicles. I-25 at Cesar Chavez. This isn't causing any delays. Just use caution. Southbound 25 from Paseo to Comanche, we have slowdowns. Westbound Gibson is bumper to bumper from San Mateo to Girard. And westbound Paseo is creeping along from I-25 to Coors.
Brought to you by New Balance.
New Balance Albuquerque. Shoes that fit better and perform better. At New Balance, we actually measure your feet on Juan Tabo north of Constitution and in Cottonwood Corners next to Best Buy. New Balance.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Haters gonna hate, but the Raider Nation never cared if anyone liked them anyway.
Runs in untouched. 6 easy. TD Raiders.
Raider Nation has moved. Hear every Raider game on 94.5 The Pit.
Takes it down to the Raiders 42. Ball's out. It is another takeaway.
Or go to the Raiders Den at Bourbon and Boots. Raider Nation is alive and well in ABQ. On the air at 94.5 and in person at Bourbon and Boots. Corner of 4th and Central.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. Thinking about gas mileage? If your check engine light is on, it may be affecting your MPGs, but the free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help. With the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes, you'll know what's affecting your gas mileage and more, and you don't have to drive too far to find the fix. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service is available at all 6,200 stores.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
See details at AutoZone.com.
Without the ones like you who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indigo Mortgage is proud to have served veterans with honesty and integrity for the last 20 years. And in these last 20 years, veterans have trusted Indigo Mortgage for purchases or refinances utilizing their VA home loan benefits. Indigo Mortgage is known in the veteran community to offer some of the lowest rates and fees in New Mexico. Veterans refer veterans, and we take that very serious, as they are trusting us to make sure their fellow vets get the best rates and fees on the market. Veterans know they can trust Indigo Mortgage, and we set ourselves apart from the big national lenders who are interested in profits rather than serving our veterans. And if you're a veteran looking for any kind of home loan, make sure to shop your mortgage around and be sure to shop your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage, serving veterans for the last 20 years. Reach us on the net at indigomortgage.net or by calling 836-5700. That's 836-5700. NMLS 231962 and 188348.
It's a magical season for our little ones. But with the flu, RSV, and COVID all going around, you want to do everything you can to help them stay healthy. Keep this season magical by making sure hands are always washed, surfaces are regularly cleaned, and the whole family is caught up on their vaccines.
Start by scheduling a COVID vaccine for your kid today at vaccinenm.org/kids.
Greg is a real Prevagen user and paid testimonialist.
I'm Greg. I'm 68 years old. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, majored in business administration. I do motivational speaking in addition to substitute teaching. Part of the reason for my motivational speaking is I kind of feel like I have a calling or giving back to the younger generation. You know, the golden rule is do unto others, you'd have them do unto you. My wife, Wanda, is a senior flight attendant. She's been flying for over 30 years. I think most adults will start realizing that they don't recall things as quickly as they used to, or they don't remember things as vividly as they once did. I've been taking Prevagen for about 3 years now. People say to me periodically, man, you got a memory like an elephant. It's really, really helped me tremendously.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life. Prevagen is available in stores everywhere. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who were cognitively normal or mildly impaired, this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The king of sports talk.
I have not given myself enough credit lately.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program. 2 Men On 95.9 FM AM 610, The Sports Animal. For those of you watching on Facebook or YouTube, my apologies for the first segment as we had no audio. That's on me. I hit the wrong button. We're back online. Come party with us in the chat. All right. The Bengals did a thing. I don't know why. It seems like punishment for no reason. By the way, you know, you're live from the John Lopez Real Estate Coal Banker Legacy studio. We're powered by New Mexico Pinon Coffee. We play on Team I-9. Of course, like tomorrow morning, we start our days at the YMCA. We do lunch at 66 Diner. Monday Night Football at Howie's Sports Page. And the weekends, that's for Teller Vodka, New Mexico's vodka. This seems like punishment. Cincinnati Bengals just beat the Kansas City Chiefs for the third time in a row. And for whatever reason, the ping pong tables have been removed from the Bengals locker room.
Who did this?
Why?
This is the big difference between professional football and professional baseball. Professional baseball, when everything's going good, they're not moving or touching anything. Football, not so much.
I don't get it. I don't get it. It's like it's a story of like, hey, the team just came together. They all pitched in. They got a ping pong table. They really enjoy it. The team's never been playing better. It's the most team unity the Cincinnati Bengals organization has ever had. We beat the Chiefs. You got to get rid of the ping pong table, kids. Sorry. You're enjoying yourself too much. You're having too much fun. You're having way too much success. Let's punish you for no reason.
Wow.
And it seems like we hear this story every year with somebody. Like, oh, after the football games, they have a disco party. Coach takes away disco party.
You know, I did a little history on this. A little, you know, let me scroll back a little bit and find some things on this story.
Okay.
September the 1st, 2022. It says Bengals added a second ping pong table to the locker room. First table was in very high demand. Come on, bro. So they had two as of September of this year. NFL is really the no fun league. I know the league probably didn't have anything to do with it, but it just sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, they won't let the Bengals play ping pong, but you know the Arizona Cardinals aren't going to stop Kyler Murray from playing Xbox in the locker room. You know, earlier in the season, Tyreek, you remember he bought one for the Dolphins?
Yeah.
He was like, these tables are substandard here in Miami. We need to step up our ping pong table game.
Shout out to friend of the show, JD. Good thing Forrest Gump didn't get drafted by the Bengals after Alabama.
Nice. That's good. That's really good. This is just, this is perfect for our show, obviously. And this should be a non-story, but I love this so much.
Yeah.
Because there's like some division in the locker room. Maybe it's some kind of like John Wooden kind of mental gymnastics, kind of let's test out the locker room kind of thing.
Yeah, this sounds like something Phil Jackson would have done.
Yes. You can't play ping pong until you read Ping Pong for Dummies.
Oh, here it is. Ping pong table doesn't come back until we win the championship.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Dumb.
That is so stupid. They went from nothing to AFC champions in a year.
Out of thin air.
In a year.
Wasn't even on the radar.
That is so dumb.
You got to think of the morale, the camaraderie in the locker room.
You know what you got to think of? I don't mind telling you, Robert. You got to think these are adults.
There we go.
These are men.
Professional athletes.
You pay them to be there. It's not a high school football team that's slacking off. They got to go do burpees instead of playing ping pong or something.
I don't view their coach as being that coach.
No,
he doesn't. You could look at some coaches and be like, yeah, he ain't going for that. There's like, come on, Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Bill Belichick.
What are you guys doing?
I just updated. I updated the website. You need to go read your playbook. Put down the ping pong paddle and go read your playbook. We're here to work.
He does. He's got this. He's got this in his back pocket anytime he wants to use it. Do you think Brady played ping pong?
Yeah.
He'd be like, man.
And I'll just be like, Coach, Brady wore Uggs.
Then he'll say, you know who did play ping pong? Aaron Hernandez.
Okay.
He puts all the bad stuff on his bad players, and all the stuff he wants to do is on his greats. Oh, man.
Give them back their ping pong table. These are adults. They're professionals. I mean, unless they're playing like beer pong before the game, and that's different.
That's different.
That's different.
That's back in the Lynn Dawson days.
Mm-hmm. You get a little Miller High Life and a heater at halftime.
Halftime, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So pick me up.
They should have one of those leagues. There should be 2 NFLs.
Okay. What should be the alternate NFL?
Okay. There should be NFL where no drug testing, performance enhancing or illicit.
Oh my goodness.
You just get to go bonkers, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then you have a sister team where you can just like smoke cigarettes in the locker room and have a beer, take a few plays off, like bring your own chair, whatever, just have some fun with it. And then the Lynn Dawson League, we can cuss when we talk about it.
Oh yeah.
The commentators can tell like dirty jokes and then and cuss on air, and
the players are mic'd up
all the time.
All the time. No censorship.
HBO is just following them around 24/7.
Oh, I would love that.
That'd be way better.
I would love that. That's the league I would watch. So if my team, I would watch the regular game live, and if we won, I'd have to go look at the alternative league recap or the
yes. Yes.
Not if we lost though. I don't want to see that. Well, I don't know. That can be just as entertaining. People cussing each other out. You the reason why we lost.
And there should be one team in the league every year that's just average Joes.
Just the guys who just think they know everything, or let them coach, let them play. Oh, that would be great.
Oh, Kirk Cousins can't play in this league. He sucks. He's never had any success at all whatsoever.
Okay, Steve. Guess who gets to be
Steve?
Guess who gets to be
Kirk Cousins? They have to actually play the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes. Steve, looks like you're playing quarterback against the Vikings this week. Your UPS driver, Rick, he's going to be your running back.
No, that's me on my Tua takes. Buck D versus Tua. Hey, man, I take back everything I said, bro.
Yep, exactly.
In real life, you look like Dan Marino.
You deserve it. Hey, especially when you flip him around right-handed. He's a beautiful throw when you look at on the right-handed side. More sports and sports-adjacent content when we get back. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Pfizer. When temperatures drop, COVID-19 cases may rise. So if you test positive and are at high risk, act fast. Even if your symptoms feel mild, ask your provider if an authorized oral treatment could be right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Well, we still have emergency vehicles I-25 at Cesar Chavez. Use caution in this area. Westbound Paseo is creeping along from I-25 to Coors, and southbound Coors Bypass is stop and go from West Side Boulevard to Ellison.
Come to Crystal Cave Indoor Holiday Carnival's Winter Wonderland. Open Wednesday through Sundays from 4 to 8. Located 4600 Bogan Avenue Northeast. Dragon's Winter Wonderland. Reserve tickets at holdmyticket.com/event/404521. Brought to you in part by Gateway Financial.
This report brought to you by Gateway Insurance.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. I cannot lie. I'm as fascinated right now by what's happening in Boulder, Colorado as I was over the weekend. I'm talking about Coach Prime, a guy who even told his current players on roster that they should head for the transfer portal because it will make more room for his own, and he has his own baggage. And his baggage consists of Louis V's. That Coach Prime. I'm Jim Rome.
The Opening Drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond.
My biggest winner in the NFL this week is the Cincinnati Bengals. So they've gone 8-2 in the last 10 weeks. Biggest game, biggest win. My number 2 winner is the Vikings. They beat a good team. They had a goal line stand, and they continue to find a way. Number 3, going with the Niners because they won with Brock Purdy at quarterback for the majority of the game. What they did to a high-flying Miami offense.
Local talk on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Hey, it's Jan, reminding you that Toyotathon is on. And here to help make your holidays extra magical. How? Maybe it's driving into Tacoma in search of the perfect hill to sled down. Or surprising loved ones in a RAV4 hybrid. And seeing their faces light up when you pull up to their home.
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 3rd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Albuquerque Santa Fe Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The patented key ingredient is something called Testofen, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text JUDGE to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text JUDGE to 321-321. That's JUDGE to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
It's a premier high-octane matchup for the 17th annual New Mexico Bowl. Bowl season is big-time college football, and the New Mexico Bowl is always one of the best games of the year. Two of the nation's most explosive offensives, the BYU Cougars and the SMU Mustangs, will put on a show you won't want to miss. Saturday, December 17th at University Stadium in prime time at 5:30 on ABC TV. It's one of our state's biggest parties and best events, and the whole country will be watching. Visit NewMexicoBowl.com or call 505-925-5626. We'll see you at the 17th annual New Mexico Bowl.
The only part of your morning that doesn't suck. The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. I like this jock jam.
Hey, that was nice.
A little banger. Gets me pumped.
That's like an updated version of it. Oh.
All right, we're going very sports adjacent right here. When I say sports adjacent this time, I mean not sports at all. Friend of the show, I believe he's in second place in the friend of the show, Brook's Finest Fantasy Football League. Doug DeRocher, right down the hall, works for Magic, the radio station. He doesn't work for Magic. We don't pay him with Magic. If you're wondering what I meant by that, it's a radio station Magic, kicking out all your pop hits. Comes in and tells me this story that I missed out on today. You know Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
How could you not, right?
Yeah, everyone knows who that is.
Great actress, absolutely stunning. She's on my short list. Talent and other stuff.
Okay.
But she put her foot in her mouth about as hard as you possibly can today.
Uh-oh, let me look at this.
Okay. So, during a conversation with Variety's Actors on Actors series with Viola Davis, big Viola Davis house over here, the 32-year-old Hunger Games star declared herself as the first woman to lead in an action movie. She said, and I quote, "I remember when I was doing Hunger Games, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work." It's like, has she not ever seen a movie in the history of Hollywood? I can rattle off like 10 right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was in 2012. Hunger Games was released in 2012.
I can think of one of the first that I can remember was Sigourney Weaver.
Yes.
In Alien. That's the first. Not I don't even know if she's the first one, but that's the first one I can remember.
And that would have been like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Did your parents not tell you about Sigourney friggin' Weaver, Ripley, and Alien? What about Sarah Connor?
Oh, I know.
Terminator?
Twitter tore her up.
Oh, you know it.
We don't even have to go back that far. Uma Thurman, Kill Bill.
Yes, Kill Bill.
I'm trying to think.
Angelina Jolie, Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
What's her name? Alice in Resident Evil. I can't think of her name.
Oh God! I used to have the biggest crush on her. Mila Jovovich.
Yes.
Yeah. Me and Maynard both have huge crushes on her. Hey, how about we go back even further? What about the friggin' Charlie's Angels?
Oh my gosh!
Does she not know about the Charlie's Angels? Both of them, the old school 70s Charlie's Angels,
yeah,
and then the
OGs,
and then the reboots both came out before 2012, before the Hunger Games.
Linda Hamilton in the Terminator series.
Yeah.
Especially Terminator 2.
Oh, especially Terminator 2. She's a baddie in Terminator 2. What, Kate Beckinsale? Underworld?
Yep.
She was like the only woman in the movie. And she was the star. I know both of these came out after 2012, but Black Widow, Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on.
Yo,
Is this like
what in the world was she thinking?
Is this like the outrage culture to where like she's trying to prove a point? Friend of the show JD says Xena.
Oh,
Xena Warrior Princess with an
yes,
with an X.
This
is outrage culture, right? She's just like it's like hyperbole.
Well, see, I don't think this is an outrage. This is just a straight up roast. This is where you get on Twitter and just roast her. I don't think it's much of an outrage or because it's not that serious of a subject. This is just, yeah, we got to get on her helmet.
That is embarrassing.
Like, why does she even want to think that she was the first?
Hey, I got one for you.
She just set women back with that, man. Like, you just dismissed so many great women in great roles.
Like minutes after she said that idiotic statement about no women being in lead roles, she goes on to say, the biggest hindrance to my craft has been press, doing interviews. I'm always very self-conscious of my intellect because I didn't finish school.
Oh,
I dropped out of middle school.
That's the smartest way of saying I'm dumb.
Yes. Thanks for owning up to it, because you just said one of the dumbest things in the history of film minutes ago.
Oh my gosh.
You know, maybe she was misquoted. I mean, but it was on an interview. I mean, you can go and listen to it if you want.
Man, I'm
Maybe
sitting here.
maybe that's not what she meant.
Well, you know, maybe she did a kind of a reverse psychology and put the spotlight on women in action roles that we may have forgot about.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. Long Kiss Goodnight. Gina Davis.
Oh, strong work. Oh, that's niche. Good reference.
That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's so good.
Trying to think of. Oh, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Strong. I think that one's more of an ensemble, but that's, yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't have fought her in it.
No. Oh, God, no. She can run on trees.
Exactly.
Fighting somebody could run on trees.
That's
That's my second qualifier.
Yeah.
If you can run on trees, I'm out. If you have cauliflower ear, I'm out.
Trying to think of some old ones when I was a kid. Cauliflower ear. Cleopatra Jones.
Oh my God. Oh, Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Did she not have a TV?
I don't know. I mean, she just said that she dropped out of middle school.
Wow. Eon Flux.
Oh, strong work.
Charlize
Theron. Charlize did another one where she was the lead, Atomic Blonde.
Oh, I remember that.
That was a good one. I should go back and watch that one again. That was good.
They should. This is just a whole Netflix category now.
Yes. We just invented a new Netflix category. Congratulations to us. Go 2 men on. When we get back, we're going to discuss this UNM NMSU shooting stuff. New details have emerged. And 505-246-0610. I'm sure we're going to get some passionate callers here in the next couple segments. You listen to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This message is brought to you by Blake's Lottaburger.
Dreams do come true. The Biscuit Cheeto Milkshake is back at Blake's Lottaburger. Celebrate the holidays enjoying this wonderful seasonal treat. It's a carefully crafted milkshake using New Mexico's traditional Biscochito cookie. 'Tis the season to enjoy a Biscochito milkshake. Now available at Blake's Lottaburger.
Westbound 40 is slow paced from the interchange to the river. Westbound Paseo is creeping along from I-25 to Eagle Ranch. Southbound 25 from San Antonio to Montgomery, we have slowdowns. And north of the city, Albuquerque to Santa Fe, roads are looking good.
This report is sponsored by Audible. This holiday, check out Origins, a brand new Audible original podcast featuring music and storytelling from groundbreaking musicians like Billie Eilish, Camilo, Doja Cat, and more, sharing their experiences in a way you...
We got Paulie on the line.
Immersive new series at audible.com/origins.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at americanhome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Enormous news today, at least for Yankee fan, because although it was touch and go over the past 24 hours, Aaron Judge is not going anywhere. Now, it did seem for a moment that he might go. A now deleted tweet from John Heyman sent Twitter into an absolute mouth-foaming frenzy last night. Fortunately for the Yankees, that is not the case. They get the deal done. Good thing, too. There was no way they could have let this guy go. They did what they had to do, but they didn't do what they should have done, namely come at this guy a lot more aggressively early on. They played themselves, and he made the biggest bet ever on himself, and he got over. All the credit to Judge for cashing that ticket, and no credit to the Yankees for doing what they had to do, but should have done much sooner.
It's a magical season for our little ones. But with the flu, RSV, and COVID all going around, you want to do everything you can to help them stay healthy. Keep this season magical by making sure hands are always washed, surfaces are regularly cleaned, and the whole family is caught up on their vaccines. Start by scheduling a COVID vaccine for your kid today at vaccinenm.org/kids.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boosts. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
The Bourbon House is now open in the Northeast Heights. If you love good bourbon, you got to check out the huge selection at the Bourbon House. They carry many of the high-end and hard-to-find bourbons you crave. The Bourbon House also offers a chef-curated menu with great food, but you got to try their brunch. It's so good you'll wish every day was Sunday. And they've got the Sunday ticket, so you won't miss a minute of the action. Only at the Bourbon House, southeast corner of Montgomery and Eubank, next to the Dirty Bourbon.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Westbound 40.
Welcome back to the program. Movies with women in strong leading roles has got the texter and the callers fired up.
Oh, yeah.
505-246-0610. When you call the Sports Animal hotline or text line, you got a hot take. We'll share it with the world on the phone now. We got Paulie. What's happening, my guy?
What's going on, gentlemen? Let me tell you, this is kind of a tough day for me. I'm glad that Aaron Judge got over on us and got what he wanted and he got paid. But let me tell you something. I am going Hulk Hogan on this situation right now because I cannot stand the fact with all those non-passionate Yankee fans out there that are doing backflips over this signing. You better give me something more than a 211 batting average in the playoffs, guy. I want to see more than that. I'm sick of seeing you strike out in the playoffs with men on base. I got to see you come up like the captain used to with a 311 batting average in the postseason and 111 runs scored. I'm just good to the point now where I just don't understand why everybody's so excited. It's great. I'm glad the guy does great during the regular season. But what kills me is the postseason when we need him most, he is non-existent. And I don't see that changing. Do you guys?
Man, I mean, we hit on this a little bit earlier. Were you one of the guys booing him, or are we like trying to give him constructive criticism, or how did you handle that situation?
Oh, dude, I handled it like I honestly didn't. I could care less who wanted to go. I wanted some frontline starting pitching that could compete with Houston. I wanted some bullpen strength, some really solid pitching, and I know we're not going to get any of it. We're going to go ahead and keep depending on these guys we have, and it's going to be typical, Cashman, Brian Cashman fashion. We'll do great during the regular season. Come postseason, we'll get beat by the Guardians or whatever, whoever.
Probably Houston again.
It's just one of those situations where I'm not excited about it. But other than that, man, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. I had such a great time listening to you guys. You're one of the best out there, man, and I give you nothing but love, man.
All right, cheers. Appreciate the kind words, Paulie. We hit on Aaron Judge a little bit earlier, and the Yankees legit would not have even been in the playoffs if it wasn't for the second half.
Look here,
that Aaron Judge had.
Look here, Van. Fans like Paulie, and I completely agree with them. They don't care about that. It's the Yankees, man.
Sure.
They want pennants and championships. Paulie called us Monday, and he was one of the fans who said, no, we need to build. See, this is what happens now when there's 370 million reasons why. Aaron Judge has to be able to handle this from the fans because it's all warranted. And that's what happens when you have that big price tag.
Well, he better be able to handle it now because he's in New York. He's a Yankee. The spotlight will not be bigger or brighter anywhere else. He is the highest paid position player in the history of baseball by contract length and by annual value. He's going to have to do this, and he's going to have to step it up for Yankees fans like Paulie. Me, I might be a little too nice.
Yeah.
I might be a little too sweet. I might be a little too soft around the edges, Robert.
Well, you know why?
Because I was like, if I was a Yankees fan, I'd be like, Aaron, thank you for the greatest season that I've ever seen a position player have in the history of our organization. Thank you for that. Well, you just set every Yankee record in 1 year.
Well,
you deserve every bit of money. There's 9 people on offense on the Yankees. That 8 of them also have to play well too for us to win.
See, you're an Astros fan though.
Yes.
You've been winning.
Yeah.
You can be soft like that.
Also, I've seen how low it can get when the Astros were literally the worst team in baseball, lost 100 games 5 years in a row, 100 or more 5 years in a row. So if you don't know the top unless you know the bottom, right? But the Yankees, that's all they've ever known is the top. So they have this unrealistic expectation of winning a World Series championship every year when I think you should step back and be like, oh my God, we have Aaron Judge. We locked him up forever. This is going to be an amazing ride. I can't wait to see what he does next season. But I'm not every fan, and I'm especially not every Yankees fan.
Oh, yeah. Pessimistic. Show me.
Yeah.
Got 370 million reasons why now.
Sure. And he didn't mention Garrett Cole. He said they need frontline starters, and his frontline starter choked multiple times in the playoffs. He was unhittable at the Astros. They take away his sticky stuff. By the way, yes, we cheated in that manner too. They take away his sticky stuff, and he's pedestrian isn't the right word, but he's not an ace anymore. He's not a $30 million a year guy anymore without his sticky stuff.
Just like friend of the show, Paulie said, the Yankees need help in a lot of other places. What's their next move now? You got the biggest piece.
Yeah.
What do you do now? Because obviously just signing him is not enough. We've already seen that, especially with the moves that are going to be made and have already been made around entire Major League.
Yeah, I don't think they go after Carlos Rodon, but they'll get one of the second-tier pitchers. So they'll add another number 2, number 3 starter. They'll probably add to the bullpen, and I think they want another outfield bat, whether it's free agency or on the trade market. So the Yankees aren't done.
They can't be done. They cannot rest on their laurels because they just got Aaron Judge back.
Right. Rizzo too. I mean, Rizzo and Judge, those are both big pieces to a really good offense.
Yep.
But you're not a complete team. You're not even the favorite in your own division. I love the speculation. I love off-season I love everything baseball. Loyal listener, friend of the show, you know that already. All right, let's go to a break early. When we come back, I want to hit this New Mexico State UNM shooting stuff again. Let's get some new updates here. 2 Men On 95.9 FM AM 610, the Sports Animal.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Ben Simmons was back in town, and everything was set up perfectly for Ben because most of the Sixers who mattered were not in action. In fact, they were missing their 3 best players. No problem for the black and white Titanic, right? Obvious dub for the Nets, correct? Philly fan won again when Ben missed a couple of free throws and everybody got free chicken.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Winter weather is a killer on your vehicle, and it's coming quickly. It's Jeff Symbieta, and before the weather hits, I'm calling On the Spot Automotive Detailing. They come to you wherever and whenever it's convenient. They detail your car, get it ready for winter. Ask them about ceramic coating, which starts at $250, the best way to protect your vehicle's paint, and they offer a lifetime warranty. On the Spot Automotive Detailing is a great holiday gift. Everyone will love the On the Spot treatment. Call today. Schedule your appointment at 505-859-2859 or online at otsdetailing.com.
Tune in to Chop It Up with Vern Kay, where he chops it up about professional and local sports with all the hot takes. Chop It Up with Vern Kay. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11 on The Sports Animal.
Hey, it's A. Marie. I found it. The best brewery in town. 377 Brewery has award-winning European-style brews and a top-rate kitchen by Yelp reviews. 377 Brewery is for anyone who enjoys good friends and great beer. Look them up at 377brewery.com.
Hi there, I'm your host, Dog, filling in for the human who's normally here and bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a begging Christmas. We wish you a begging Christmas. Go quest ye merry Doberman, let begging you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of begging. Arf, 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 arf.
Remember, for bacon-loving dog excitement this holiday, it's beggin'!
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop.
Did they stop?
Factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists right .com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Bourbon House is now open in the Northeast Heights. If you love good bourbon, you got to check out the huge selection at the Bourbon House. They carry many of the high-end and hard-to-find bourbons you crave. The Bourbon House also offers a chef-curated menu with great food. And now you can enjoy a burger or pizza while you watch your favorite football team play, because they've got the Sunday ticket. Only at the Bourbon House, southeast corner of Montgomery and Eubank, next to the Dirty Bourbon.
Come armchair quarterback with the opening drive. Weekday mornings starting at 7 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Drop my pen. Ooh, what is this? Striker?
I don't know.
Is this Winger?
It's one of those songs where I tell you they're always talking about the other side of town. Take a ride to the other side of town.
What happens over there?
It's the other side, man.
Which side did he start off on?
It's jumping. Whatever side he's on now, that's not where he needs to be. He needs to be on the other side.
What's wrong with his side? Is he on like the square, lame, footloose side of town?
Yeah,
or is it like too dangerous on his side of town and he needs to go to the nice part?
Yeah, he needs to cross over those train tracks.
Oh, okay. Other side of the tracks. I see. Okay, let's unpackage this a little bit again. The video of the beginning of the attack was released today. Robert, did you get a chance to look at that?
No, I didn't. I'm going to look at it live right
check
now.
it out. Check it out right now. You can give us your play-by-play if you want. But video was released. Some new little tidbits of the police investigation have been released, but the story is slowly leaking. The story is slowly developing, and you know that's a good story when the people who have the information are only dropping like little breadcrumbs every day to keep the story going.
Yeah, they want to keep you engaged
100%.
And then with the new tidbits, it's like, okay, what's next?
And like the trajectory of the story keeps changing as well. It seems super cut and dry at first, right?
Yes.
Like the first reports where the player was lured by a girl and 3 students and then jumped on campus. He had to defend himself. That was the first story, and that seemed reasonable. And then come to find out, like, these 2 guys had beef before, and they were talking smack to each other online, and they both knew this moment was coming. By the way, let me go ahead and say allegedly, till this is proven in a court of law, and and I get the final police report. This is all allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently they had beef for a long time, and they were beefing on the internet, and they knew that this was going to come. So maybe the luring to campus by this woman was a false flag or whatever. And they both knew allegedly that they were going to meet up and fight. And the UNM student brought his friends and a bat and a gun.
Right.
And the NMSU player just showed up himself, because apparently he thought that it was going to be a one-on-one little trial of combat, and he left his homies in the car. He's like, no, this is one-on-one. I got this. He leaves the homies in the car in the mysterious yellow Camaro, which is also on video.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. This is wow.
It gets spicy real fast.
Wow.
Real fast. And by the way, I don't want to spread too much negativity about these kids, because that's exactly what they are. They're kids. This is machismo. This is ego. This is young teenage testosterone taking over your decision-making skills. And both parties made horrible decisions that's going to alter the course of their life. And one life was completely lost. So let's not discount that fact. But this is stupid behavior on everyone's part. First, getting into a giant dust-up at a friggin' football game when you're a student athlete at that university. That's the first bad decision. Talking smack to each other online and leaving a friggin' trail of breadcrumbs that anybody with a login can follow. And then breaking curfew, risking your status as a student athlete by going against your own team rules. Even if this situation never happened, just him leaving is grounds to get him suspended or kicked off the team.
Okay, now you're getting to the part. Well, I've said it plenty of times on air, on and off air. All the things you just named off. I don't condemn those students for those actions, because let's be real, it happens a lot. The only reason why this is coming to light is because of the end result of all of that.
You've never been more correct.
So those aren't the big things. With me is once there's video, once there's knowledge of those little things that resulted in the big bad thing, nothing happened from the authorities of people at the school institutions.
Yes. And I mean, that's
the biggest problem I have with all of this. Because if they step in and they do what they're supposed to do, the end result does not happen, because guess what? They're not there. I'm talking about both ends, the students from UNM who are involved in the initial brawl and the basketball player who was involved in the initial brawl.
Yeah, everybody involved in the friggin' Donnybrook at the.
I love your names for fight. The kerfuffle.
It was a ruffle duffle. 5 minutes it lasted. Yeah, just like a series of bad decisions. And again, like let me preface that these are teenagers. These are not adults. You don't have a life's worth of experiences and knowledge to go off and make better decisions. It was dumb decision after dumb decision by horny, drunk, dumb teenagers. Okay, let's get that out of the way. But you can't excuse their behavior just because they're young, just because they're dumb, because there's also adults in the room involved trying to avoid this situation. If the team rules for Aggie basketball, he should have never left the hotel in the first place. Duh. He probably should have been suspended and not allowed to play for that fracas he got into at the football game. Like, this is just mess up after mess up after mess up, not just from these horrible decisions by the kids, but all these adults who are supposed to be the voices of reason in this situation. The whole coaching staff, the administration at New Mexico State, and even the Lobos athletic department and administration is not completely in the clear because they didn't follow up on this fight and make sure the people involved weren't going to take it any further. It's just a series of screw ups that ended in probably one kid's life being ruined, probably two, maybe more, and one kid's life ending.
Man.
And what you said, I think you're exactly right. If this doesn't end the way it ended,
we never hear about any of this.
It gets swept under the rug.
Because trust me, the students know, faculty know.
Yes.
This stuff happens all the time. The end result is what makes this unique. That's why I'm not going to be one of those people who pile on about what led up to that. Because that's student college kid behavior, right?
Yeah.
Is it right? No, but is it expected? Yes. But what's also expected is the discipline factor and people playing the parts that they are. That's what's their role of leadership. And none of that happened. This is what happens when your leadership fails. This is exactly what happens.
Yes. And oh my goodness. And just another series of idiotic decisions after the event happened by the coaching staff.
It never stopped.
It didn't stop.
It never stopped. It's like, okay, is this like in the handbook or what?
Right.
It never stopped.
And while you're looking, you want your kids to be safe. You're looking out for the best interests of your kids. I get while you were helping. You should have helped before. And again, hindsight's 2020. I get it. It already happened. This is it's historical at this moment.
But by doing nothing, that's continuing the bad leadership.
100%. They did nothing about it. They didn't follow up on it.
Even now.
They didn't have any meetings to say all of this beef stops now.
Yeah. Even now, you have people in the same positions. Nah, you got to cut that off. You got to cut that off, man.
The coaching staff thought it was a good idea to hop on a bus and split town after there was a murder and or manslaughter, allegedly.
I think this is the part of the other side of town old dude was singing
Yes.
about.
Is this the one he's going to or running away from? Hid the gun, tried to hide the tablets, lied about being on the phone, hung up on authorities. Like, it's just allegedly, by the way.
We're just going off of, things that have been released.
Just dumb move after dumb move after dumb move and no accountability whatsoever. These are alleged crimes: obstruction of justice, fleeing the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is all. And we had yesterday, even just yesterday, we had
multiple calls
to cancel the Aggies basketball season. And I'll tell you what, Aggies fan out there who you might have, we try to be objective as possible here on stories like this,
right?
That are, of such gravity, of such magnitude. We try to be, come on, loyal listener, friends of the show, you know who we are.
Right.
You know what we do here. But when we tackle something heavy like this, we try to be objective as possible. go off the facts, and build our own unique opinions off of it. I know there's Aggie fan out there who is blaming UNM for this.
Oh yeah.
They're saying it's okay. Here we go. Right here. Andrew Michael. It's not safe for UNM to host teams. Okay. It would have been safe if the player never left the hotel. If they kept them accountable for the team rules and the player never leaves the hotel, this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I
go back further.
Yeah, exactly. Go
the
all the way back to that fight. If
neither one, the UNM students, they should have been disciplined for fighting.
Yes.
And then the NMSU basketball players should have been disciplined there, where they're not even able to come up here.
Yes.
You're not even, what are you participating in team events when you are at a team event fighting? That makes no sense.
If look, no one is without fault here, but this could have been avoided in multiple different ways. Going back to the fight, if the NMSU athletic program and anyone at the school, I don't know what the particular position would be called at a university, but they should have tracked these guys down, been in communication with UNM to make sure this does not go any further, that this doesn't escalate. This isn't a random one-off incident. This is months of building towards this one tragedy. It is a series of horrible decisions on NMSU's part, UNM's part, these UNM students, the NMSU basketball players. Oh, and by the way, all the players who helped Mike Peak out, Issa Muhammad, Michaelius Avery, and Anthony Roy, they got suspended.
See,
are you ready for it, Robert?
I'm listening.
For one game.
You know what that you know what that tells me?
Accomplices to manslaughter, and they got suspended for a game? What are you talking about?
You know what that tells me? The coaching staff or anybody else, they're not going to get anything done.
Nothing.
One game?
Nothing.
Wow.
NMSU coaches literally participated. They are accomplices in this crime. They obstructed justice. They tried to flee a scene. They got in the way of an ongoing investigation. Obviously, every county, state, or whatever you go to, these are called different things. But you know what I'm saying? Obstruction of justice, whatever it's called in your area. Those are crimes. They committed crimes.
Yeah.
They should be suspended. Allegedly, if all of this is true, what we're hearing, allegedly. No one is
one game.
Yes.
When this hit, if you would have asked that question, nobody would have said one game.
Yeah. If you want to talk about the one single solitary moment of Mike Peak protecting himself with a firearm, yes. And that one unique situation, that one moment of this very complex story of layers and layers.
Very true.
Yes, it was self-defense. Okay. Just that one part. But this is so complicated, and there are so many layers to this onion that you can't look at it that simple. If he didn't get into a fight on campus, if he didn't start that internet beef, if he didn't leave the hotel, if he didn't have a gun on him, if he doesn't show up in the first place, none of this happens. It is a series of unfortunate events that led to a tragic loss of a young man's life. And then everyone else involved's life is probably ruined, and they have to start from scratch and probably will face some jail time. You can't look at it that simply.
Not at all.
That it's one or the other's fault. It's way more complex than that. And if you think it's that simple, that this wouldn't have happened if Albuquerque was safer, or you can't go on the UNM campus.
Yeah.
That's oversimplifying it. You're looking at it as a sports fan.
Yeah.
This is way more complicated.
My team, my school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
UNM is not at fault, is not without fault in this situation either.
Very true.
While I think the decision making from NMSU is
grander scale,
way worse.
Yeah.
But still, there should have been communication this whole time about
identifying the people in those fights,
tracking them,
and handing out discipline right then and right there. and then having the foresight to look into the future and saying, oh, this is when we're going to play. We got to make sure these entities don't collide.
I agree completely. All right, we ran a little over on this one. 505-246-0610. Loyal listener, friend of the show, if you got a hot take on this or if you want anything to add, hit us up, because after the next segment, we're going to divert away from this a little bit and have some more fun like we always do on 2 Men On. 95.9 FM AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? Because they offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries starting at just $79.99. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Well, we have a newly reported accident. This is westbound Paseo at 2nd Street. Backup start from before the northbound 25 flyover. An accident westbound Gibson at Washington is causing delays. Westbound 40 is slow-paced from 2nd Street to 12th Street. And westbound Montano is creeping along from 4th Street to Coors. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
It looks like an overnight in college hoops. I'm Erin Hawksworth here to help you beat the books with BetQL. There's another big slate of college basketball tonight, and the BetQL model is expecting points. They have 8 overs graded as 5-star best bets, including 2 in the Big Ten. BetQL likes over 136.5 in Nebraska, Indiana, and over 135 in Michigan State and Penn State. I'm Erin Hawksworth. Bet smarter, beat the books. Download the BetQL app today.
The only thing better than high quality is Golden Pride, because when you take pride in doing something you love, you are sure to deliver the best quality in anything you do. That is why Golden Pride has been delivering some of the best barbecue, chicken, and ribs since 1972. And to top it off, they are also known for their award-winning burritos for the best tasting in town. With the variety they have, you are sure to taste the new Mexican experience. Golden Pride is also a proud supporter of our UNM Lobos.
When your business information is missing or inconsistent across the internet, search engines won't find you, and customers won't either. Help ensure customers see you and not your competitors. Boost your findability. CumulusBoost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you're teaching your kid to parallel park. He likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers and headlights. 122 million parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter code SPORTS at checkout. That's harrys.com, code SPORTS. Enjoy.
Introducing the next-gen Acura Integra, featuring an available 6-speed manual transmission, a VTEC turbo engine, and available ELS Studio 3D audio system.
I'm legendary.
And its most important feature, you. The next-gen Acura Integra. Your turn.
Test drive your new Acura today at Montano Acura, west off I-25 in Albuquerque.
Hi there, I'm your host, Dog, filling in for the human who's normally here and bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a begging Christmas. We wish you a begging Christmas. Dog rest ye merry Doberman, let begging you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of begging. Arf, 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 arf.
Remember, for bacon-loving dog excitement this holiday,
It's bacon!
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Duke City's home for sports.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's a yes.
This is 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. We're live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio, powered by New Mexico Pinon Coffee. We play on Team I-9. We start our days at the YMCA, and we do lunch and a milkshake at the 66 Diner. Mondays for the boys, Monday Night Football, Howie's sports page. The weekend, that's for Teller Vodka, New Mexico's vodka. Boom, 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 boom. A little breaking news here. Red Sox have signed Japanese star Masataka Yoshida. Robert, was this guy on your radar?
Not at all.
5 years, $90 million. If he plays as well in the States as he did in Japan, this is a steal. Champion a few times in Japan. Career 327, 421, 539 line. He's a stud. And they got him for about half what you're going to be paying for Brandon Nimmo. 505-246-0610. You got a hot take, hit us up on the Sports Animal hotline and or text line. Conveniently for you, they're the same number. How about that?
Hey.
On the line now, we got friend of the show, Art. What's happening, my guy?
How are you, my friend?
Doing good, buddy.
Good.
Yeah, I just have a quick comment on that. Number one, I think you guys do a great job. Appreciate your evening show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Number two, of course. Number two, I say, you know what? Why don't we just do the El Paso and Lobo rivalry, period,
Huh.
and let Aggies do what they do and Vaya con Dios. You know what I mean? Because it's not worth the hassle to even deal with it anymore. Because I agree with everything both of you have said, but just nip in the bud. You go your way, we go our way. We'll go up another extra hour and deal with the minors. Vaya con Dios. That's my opinion.
All right. I don't think that's a bad idea. Thanks for the call, Robert, Art, and then thanks for being a friend of the show as well. My original, like my first gut reaction is you have to stop all sports. Like, and I mean, I'm not stop playing every single sport, but stop the Rio Grande rivalry in every sport for maybe a calendar year. People got to realize this is a privilege, not a right, to have this Lobo Aggie rivalry every year. Basketball, football, baseball, tons of other sports. You know, we're actual rivals, and it means a lot every single year. And it means so much to the students there who are attending in real time. And it means so much to the alma maters who, go back, the alumni who go back for these games, and the communities. It brings in so much money for the university, brings in so much money for the local communities that maybe you should slap the wrists of all Lobo and Aggie fans and just, if for at least a calendar year, cancel every single Rio Grande rivalry. Make sure you realize that this is a privilege, not a right.
Oh, man. Excuse me. Great call, Art. Very, very insightful. But I'm going to have to disagree. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Everything that you're doing in education is a learning experience. It should be a learning point. It should be something that you learn from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think stopping the rivalry is something you want to teach, not just the kids now, not just the community now, but going forward. Because that means we have no solutions. So let's just scrap it. That to me is the easy way out. What you do, I think what should have been done already, there should have been a visual with the top heads of both organizations, both universities, at one podium in solidarity. That's a start. I love what you said, Van, about the chilling out for a year, because we still have to let that subside.
Sure.
But during that year, there are concerned efforts from both universities working together to build back on that second year where we can come back with a healthy rivalry.
No, that I agree on for sure.
Yes, I don't think scrapping the whole thing is the answer, because I think that's the easy way out, and it doesn't teach anyone on either side, all involved, anything.
Yeah, and I think it's important for a bunch of ways. Number one, to piggyback on what you just said, getting the two universities together, figuring out how to make sure something like this never happens again.
And make it public. It's got to be seen. I'm not talking about closed doors.
Yeah.
It's got to be a public thing, even though the workings can be private, but you have to make it to say, hey, we're in this together. This isn't an Albuquerque, Las Cruces thing. This is a New Mexico thing.
Correct.
This is above anything else.
And it's bigger
Yes.
than just one basketball game.
Thank you.
It's bigger than one football. I mean, this is our state. It's the two biggest universities in our state, which, by the way, I love so damn much.
Yeah.
And I only want to see success. I only want to see happy. I only want to see people doing well. How many people do you think live in Albuquerque that went to school at New Mexico State? Tens and tens of thousands, right?
I've met so many.
Vice versa. How many Lobos do you think live in Las Cruces or the Las Cruces area now? Tens of thousands.
With me not being originally from here, I didn't understand, how important those two schools are to the state.
Sure.
And I fully understand now. So even though I don't have a stake in the claim with either one of the universities, it's still, I consider, this is my home now. So this is something big. And I think the sooner that it happens, the sooner the healing happens, instead of, oh, we got to make a solution. We got to do this. The healing has to start before the end game can even be processed yet.
Yeah, I mean, you're on one right now, Robert. I couldn't agree anymore. And I think taking some time off of all the Rio Grande rivalries does another thing. It has an asterisk in the history of all the sports contests. The Lobos and Aggies are win, loss, tie against each other, whatever. And then you look at the yearly matchups. Oh, there's not one for the 22-23 season. Why is that? And this will be a talking point for the history of the rivalry. This is the lowest point in the rivalry right now. And we need to make sure it never happens again. And then you have that asterisk. You had that canceled season for all sports. And then you don't get to have that special game that means so much to New Mexicans every year. And it's a constant reminder going forward that, hey, we need to take this seriously. We need to do better. We need to be better as a state, better as a college, and better as a rival to ensure the safety of our students and student athletes going forward, and make sure we know that this is a privilege, not a right. And then for the history of the rival, we got this one example that, hey, this happened. It was horrible. We learned from it. We moved forward.
Yeah.
And now we're going to make sure it never happens again.
Man, look at us.
Hey-o. Oh, look at us, all reasonable.
Look at us. He feels like, who gave these guys microphones?
Objective and reasonable. Not a single joke in 2 segments.
Are those the two guys from Howie's?
Oh, my God. All right, more sports and sports-adjacent content when we get back. 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by ASRC Federal.
Hey, that was a dope segment.
Refer a friend and earn $5,000. ASRC Federal is looking for engineers, project managers, and construction professionals to support Kirtland Air Force Base. Refer a friend today and $5,000 could be yours. See terms at www.asrcfederal.com/referral.
Well, we have a new accident. This is northbound 25 around San Antonio. You are stop and go. Thank you to my caller on that. An accident westbound Paseo at 2nd Street. Backup start from before the northbound 25 flyover. An accident westbound Gibson at Washington. You're seeing slight delays. If you see an accident, call the traffic tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with a CBS Sports Minute sponsored by Big Green Egg. Shop online for free home delivery at BigGreenEgg.com. Aaron Judge bet on himself in a way that few athletes ever have, and his decision couldn't look better. Judge earned $150 million more after his MVP season. Whether he'll live up to the massive contract, well, we'll all find out together over the next decade. But for now, we can marvel at how Judge's massive bet cashed at the perfect time. I'm Maggie Gray.
The opening drive with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Biggest loser of the weekend, Chargers. You still have superstar young gun quarterback in Herbert. I don't understand how they keep losing games like this. Number 2 to me, the Titans. But because of the way they lost to the Eagles and got pumped 35-10, and they are now 1-5 against teams with a winning record. Number 2 loser. Number 3 is Miami. Going across the country. This was a test. Are they for real? Can they travel?
Weekday mornings from 7 till 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month.
Okay, let me get to it.
Called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500
Can you send it to me?
or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
It's a magical season for our little ones. But with the flu, RSV, and COVID all going around, you want to do everything you can to help them stay healthy. Keep this season magical by making sure hands are always washed, surfaces are regularly cleaned, and the whole family is caught up on their vaccines. Start by scheduling a COVID vaccine for your kid today at vaccinenm.org/kids.
Hi there, I'm your host, Dog, filling in for the human who's normally here and bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a begging Christmas. We wish you a begging Christmas. Dog rest ye merry Doberman, let begging you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of begging. Arf, 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 arf.
Remember, for bacon-loving dog excitement this holiday,
It's begging! Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/find. That's ZipRecruiter.com/find.
Nothing beats homemade because with every ingredient, there is authenticity, handcrafted to make you savor every single bite. And there is no better place to enjoy that than Frontier, because Frontier has been perfecting their New Mexican-style homemade dishes for more than 50 years, from their delicious green chili stew and pozole to their famous breakfast burritos created from the best homemade flour tortillas. And most importantly, their notorious Frontier sweet rolls. Frontier is a proud sponsor of our UNM Lobos.
There's only one Robe, and there's only one home for Robe.
But I can't control what some of these people say.
95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Welcome back, Duke City.
2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. Thanks to all like the reasonable, thoughtful callers and texters that we have. You know, this UNM NMSU stuff going on right now. It's a spicy subject. It's one of the spiciest subjects we've covered here. I mean, definitely locally for sure.
Right.
So thank you for all the reasonable comments and phone calls and text messages, except for one person. You know who you are. Also, Linda Blair from The Exorcist, strong female lead. That's a good one.
Oh,
yeah. Shout out to Martin. It's a good one. Way before Hunger Games.
Yes.
Way before the friggin' internet. All right, so I found this dope story right here. You know, all season I've been talking about if my beloved Jaguars, not Vernon Kuntz Jaguars, my Jaguars, would flip-flop all of their one-possession games, they'd be first in the AFC. I thought they would be 9-3, but apparently they'd be 8-4 if all the one-possession games were turned upside down. And I also told you, leading the league in one-possession games is the Minnesota Vikings.
Yes.
Who have only lost one-possession game all year. So
you're basically saying if those games would have went the other way,
yes,
this is what those teams' records would be.
Yeah. So I've used the example of the Jaguars and the Vikings in this show of how much great competition there is this year, how much parity there is in the NFL this year, that the Jaguars would be in first place if they flip-flopped all their one-possession losses to wins, and the Vikings would be the literal worst team in football
by
if they flip-flop all their one-possession wins to losses. So this is cool. So every single game this year with a one-possession difference, who did this? I can't find it. Kelly Ford at K Ford Ratings on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Did a NFL standings of every single game this year if one possession games were flip-flop from wins to losses and losses to wins. So in first place, tied at 8-4, are 6 teams. The Browns, the Raiders, the Jags, the Bills, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. If they flip-flop their one-possession games, they would all be 8-4. And it would need tiebreakers to see who would host who in the playoffs.
And you could see those first 3 teams all have losing records because of the ball bounced a different way.
Correct.
So I love how they broke this down. So the Browns would be +3
in
wins. The Raiders would be +3, and your beloved Jags will be a +4.
Right.
The one that's interesting to me are the Broncos at +4. And they'd still be 7-5.
Right. The Broncos, let Russ cook Broncos, would have gained 4 wins.
I thought theirs would have been bigger.
Yeah, but there's a different stat that I always quote for this one.
Go. That's where I get it mixed up.
If the Broncos scored 18 points in regulation time, 18 points a game all year, they would only have 2 losses.
Right.
That is insane.
Yeah, so those aren't all one possession games. They're just scoring field goals and 10 points here and there.
So
all the games, basically.
The biggest gainer in all the NFL, and they would be 8-5 if they flip-flop one score losses. The Chicago Bears would gain 5 games, and they would be sitting in the 6th seed in the NFC right now.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
Because I don't think of the Bears being in a lot of close games. I always think, they play well, but they always lose. But I didn't realize they had that many close games.
And this is what you have to do anyways, right? Like the good teams play defense in the second half and win these close games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could think about it in like, okay, what one drop on a touchdown pass, one fumble recovery, as you're a win away. You got to get it done, right?
Yeah, and I think this is an excellent piece to look at when it comes to your coaching staff as well.
Sure.
You got to give props to the Vikings coaching staff.
Yep.
The Giants, because they will be 2-9-1.
Yeah.
If the ball bounced a different way, if they wouldn't have played the way they played at the end of those games.
Yep. Then you got teams like the Buccaneers who are 6-6. And then in this situation, they're also 6-6. And there would be no change whatsoever.
None. The Eagles, that's a big one.
Sure. Yeah.
They would be 6-6. That's huge.
And they would be out of the playoff picture, but they do it and they need to get it done. The Vikings are like the biggest example of this, obviously. They would have turned 9 wins into 9 losses. If every one-score game was flip-flop, the Vikings would be the worst team in the NFL
by far.
At 1-11. 9 wins would be turned into losses.
What do you think about these teams where their record would be the exact same?
Yeah, right. Like the number 1 seed in NFC, the 49ers would be 8-4 with absolute no change whatsoever.
0.
Yeah. The Detroit Lions would be 8-4.
Ravens.
Nuts.
This is good. This is something I've never seen done before.
Yeah, I mean, it elaborates on the parity in the NFL. Because Vikings, who are killing it this year, would literally be the worst team in the NFL.
By a lot. They're number 1 pick next season.
This is so cool. Then the Colts, there would be no change at all. Steelers, no change at all. Ravens, no change at all.
I'm looking here. It says the Vikings have a +10 point differential for the entire season while being 10-2. It's considered the lowest point differential of all time for a team that's 10-2.
Some close ones. Viking fans probably haven't got a lot of fingernails left.
We'll see how it plays out. That has to be something that gives you an edge in the playoffs, just because of the importance of every possession in the playoffs. Those fans got super high blood pressure.
Yes, every week. Or it's fun, or that's exactly what you want to happen.
Well, it's fun when you win.
Yeah. Also, this whataboutism, this what if-ism, it's a little silly too, right?
Yeah, it is. This is the good and the bad of sports. That's exactly what this is.
From friend of the show, ProView Networks, Sebastian Noel. If my sister had balls, she would be my brother. So, hot take.
Yo, hey, you know what I love? What Sebastian just did? He just said that segment was trash.
Yep. Yep.
That's hilarious, bro.
I'm trying to elaborate the parody of the NFL. No. Anybody can win on any given Sunday. Oh. And their season's destiny rides.
I love the way Sebastian just hit us with that.
He just puke sharded all over us.
That's awesome.
I love it. Bring it. Appreciate it.
Oh, my goodness.
We got 2 more segments in the books till we pass it off to Lobo basketball. We're out of here 6:30 today. We'll be out of here 6 o'clock tomorrow. Special guest tomorrow. Speaking of ProView Network, speaking about Mr. Everything at high school sports, Vern K from Chop It Up with Vern K every Saturday, 9 to 11. He'll be joining tomorrow because you're splitting town on us, Robert.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can give you guys a call.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Before I hit the stage.
Call us from on stage.
You know what's so funny? I've done that before. I was trying to I had a suitor. I was trying to,
Okay.
And I said, let me call her. I called her in the middle of my set. It went well.
Oh, I bet it did.
It went very well. Not well enough to last, but it went well.
More 2 Men On when we get back. 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
What was that?
Accidents. We have one northbound 25 right around San Mateo. It is in the cleanup stages, but you are stop and go. Our second accident is westbound Paseo at 2nd Street. Your backups start all the way from northbound 25. Northbound 25 from Cesar Chavez to MLK, you are slow paced. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at americanhome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Hey, Jim Rome here. If you want to experience the unmatched flavor of natural live fire grilling, then look no further than the Big Green Egg. Forget the pellets, the propane, the knockoffs. Roll with the best. An authentic Big Green Egg grill backed by a free lifetime warranty. Yes, lifetime. It's that good. Grill, roast, smoke, or bake. It is easy to light. It's simple to use. Shop online for free home delivery at biggreenegg.com. That's delivery to your door by a dealer in your community. Go to biggreenegg.com.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can even go for an upgrade. Looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
It's the most together time of the year. The family gathers, friends reunite, and you don't want to miss a second of it. So to stay healthy this holiday season, it's time to get the Omicron booster, designed specifically to boost protection against today's most common COVID variants. It's safe, effective, and available at no cost to you. So schedule your Omicron booster at itstimnm.org or call 855-600-3453.
For 20 years, Indigo Mortgage has operated under the same name and ownership. I'm Scott Stigler. It's a name that is known for honesty and integrity. And as a broker, Indigo Mortgage can almost always find the lowest rate and best mortgage for you, their customers. But they urge you to shop around for the best deal. Just make sure one offer is from your trusted local advisor, Indigo Mortgage. In today's market, you need someone looking out for you. That's Indigo Mortgage. Call 836-5700 or go to indigomortgage.net. NMLS 188348.
Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Robert Buck D. Gibson.
This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Welcome back, Duke City. You listen to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. We're live from the John Lopez Real Estate and Coldwell Banker Legacy Studio, powered by New Mexico Pinon Coffee. We play on Team I-9. We start our days at the YMCA, and we do lunch at the 66 Diner. Mondays, that's at Howie's Sports Page, a little Monday Night Football action with the boys. Weekends, that's for Teller Vodka, New Mexico's vodka. So are we all done pretending like we care about soccer? Is this over?
Me personally? Yep.
All of us as a country. USA's out, and I haven't heard peep about the World Cup. Morocco pulled off an epic upset, and crickets. Absolutely nothing about the World Cup.
That's how it is. We're American.
That just shows like
we're super vain.
Exactly what I was getting at. Exactly. If it's not about us, we don't care. If we're not already the best at it, we don't care.
Mm-hmm.
down to 8 teams, and I wouldn't know if I didn't Google it just now. I love the momentum that football has in America. I love the momentum that soccer has. It's a more open and inviting sport. More people are able to play it. It is easier to play. You need less equipment. You need less facilities. It's let's be honest here. It's inviting to non-athletic people as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still not all the way in. Still not all the way in.
Still not?
No. When USA is playing in the World Cup, I get turned up to 11. I get pumped. I am that guy at the bar.
Yeah.
Or the restaurant or sports bar, wherever we're watching it. I'm doing the chants. I am yelling. But when we're not in it,
wow.
you could have. We should have done this. I shouldn't have looked it up. I should have had you ask me who's left.
Oh, yeah. I should have asked you because I would have been afraid for you to ask me that.
I would have got 1, 2, 3. I would have got 3 right for sure. And I think I would have got 5 right total. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I would have got Brazil.
Wait. Don't tell me.
Oh, okay, you guess.
Let me try.
Okay, you try. Here we go.
I was going to say Brazil.
Okay, Brazil. That's a no doubt. Okay, check.
Oh, Argentina.
Check. There's one more powerhouse.
Oh, man. It's crazy. Netherlands. That's who beat us.
Okay, so check. I might not have got that one.
I would have got them
if they didn't beat us,
yeah.
Right?
That's 3. Oh, I'm going to try for 2 more.
There's another big one that I would have got for sure. And the rest would have been educated guesses.
Oh, I'm going to mess this one up. Italy?
Italy's gone. You missed that
missed
one.
It.
There's an X. Survey says.
So I get 3 X's. Okay. Germany? Oh, gosh.
Survey says.
Oh, I'm drawing a super blank. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. I don't remember. I don't know. Those are the only 3 I can give you.
The other really good one is France.
Oh,
so Brazil, Argentina, France.
Yeah.
I would have got for sure.
Okay. I should have said that right after Italy.
I would have got the Netherlands because they beat the States. And I would have got Morocco because that's like the biggest story so far is they pulled off back-to-back upsets. So I would have got 5. I would not have known Portugal, Croatia, or England.
Oh, I knew Croatia.
You knew Croatia?
Yeah, I was going to say it.
Because of the Croatian fan?
Yep. Yep, that's the only reason why.
Dude, I wonder how many new Instagram followers she has.
Worldwide.
I'm going to look her up right now. I bet she's famous by now.
Did it like auto-populate?
I just put hot Croatian fan.
Hey, and it came up.
Yep. Let's see here. Who are you, lady? She is a stunner. That is unfair. Ivana Knoll. Knoll. Ivana know her phone number. That's what Ivana know.
Mm-hmm.
I see a little touch up on these photos, but still, she is just insanely gorgeous.
What?
Okay, now I'm going to look up on Instagram.
You think I care about touch ups?
No,
I don't care.
Hold on, I'll pull out the Insta. Let's see if we can find Ivana Knoll on Instagram.
But you're right, though. America as a whole, and it's something on the world stage, just like the Olympics.
She's trending. I don't know how many she had before the World Cup, but she's got 1.6 million followers now.
And the more that they win, the more that's going to rise, among other things. That's how we are as Americans, though. I'm the same way with the Olympics. If I don't watch the events America isn't strong in,
sure,
I don't care. I'm not watching the steeplechase. I'm not watching the whatever mile where you run around like 24 times the track.
Yes.
I know who's winning that, and it's not us.
Okay, so let's see here. 1 million followers. Thank you so much. I think she added over 500,000 followers in a week.
Numbers.
She had a bunch already. Good work if you can get it. Yeah. You're right about the Olympics too.
Yeah, all of this.
I only care about curling every 4 years. You don't see me going out to, our friends, our lovely friends at the Outpost Arena, home of the Ice Wolves. You don't see us going out there to cheer for local curling. But every 4 years, I go hard on curling. I love it so much. It is the weirdest sport ever invented.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I love to watch it too, because I'm just like, what does that do? What does that do? How is this helping?
Yeah. We could just play shuffleboard inside, Steve.
Yeah.
Do you do Wordle? Do you play Wordle?
No, I didn't catch on to that craze.
No. Not only did I catch on to the craze, I still do it. Like not religiously, like not every day. If I do, I send the results back and forth with my daughter.
Is that your comfort game on your phone?
I think it's literally the only game on my phone.
You know what my comfort game is? Oh, I'm ashamed to tell you this. So I'm not going to look in your eye through the glass.
I can still see you.
And my daughter, she stays on me about this. Candy Crush.
Oh my God, you're a Candy Crusher?
What? You know what level I'm on?
We need to invent a new Candy Crush. God, I shouldn't even write this down. This is so genius. Like instead it's Glizzy Guzzler.
Oh my
instead
God.
of Candy Crush. It's sponsored by Howie's Sports Page. And it's exactly like Candy Crush, but different types of hot dogs.
I was gonna say, is that like the new age Hungry Hippo?
Correct. Yeah, it's a mix. It's a mix of Candy Crush, Hungry Hippos, and Grand Theft Auto 5.
What did you call it? The Glizzy Guzzler?
Glizzy Guzzler.
Oh,
instead of Candy Crush.
I think that would take up a lot of memory on my phone.
Yeah, and a lot of unique searches on the interwebs. Glizzy Guzzler can go anywhere with that. Can mean anything.
Oh man. Yeah, trademark that, man.
Okay, right now I'm buying the website. Let's go to break so I can buy this website real quick.
All right.
One more segment, and then we kick over to Lobo Basketball. 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
Earlier accidents, we have one northbound 25 right around San Mateo. It is in the cleanup stages, but you are stop and go. Our second accident is westbound Paseo at 2nd Street. Your backups start all the way from northbound 25. Northbound 25 from Cesar Chavez to MLK, you are slow paced. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress. Visit any of their stores today or shop online at AmericanHome.com. I'm Stephanie Griffin from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Telling it like it is.
All right, so the Cowboys won 54-19. Everybody in the media going to lavish them with praise. Listen, the Cowboys are always their best playing the week or the weekend. Do you still trust Mike McCarthy situationally in the playoffs? Or for Dak to have a 9-play drive trailing?
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hi there, I'm your host, Dog, filling in for the human who's normally here and bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a begging Christmas. We wish you a begging Christmas. Dog rest ye merry Doberman, let begging you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of begging. Arf, 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 arf.
Remember, for bacon-loving dog excitement this holiday,
It's begging! Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7, with supplies and solutions for every industry, and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Attorney Kevin Rowe. When you're hurt in a car wreck, time matters. The amount of time it takes you to call for help, the amount of time it takes you to get medical treatment, and the amount of time it takes you to call an attorney can all affect the value of your case. We have a team of professionals and a network of experts who are waiting to begin working on your case the moment you call. The faster you call us, the faster we can get you all the money you deserve. In a wreck, need a check? Call Little Rowe Injury Attorney today at 544-4444. We're available 24/7.
Can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014. I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes, you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Hey, it's Jan, reminding you that Toyotathon is on. And here to help make your holidays extra magical. How? Maybe it's driving into Tacoma in search of the perfect hill to sled down. Or surprising loved ones in a RAV4 hybrid. And seeing their faces light up when you pull up to their home.
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 3rd. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit your Albuquerque Santa Fe Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi there, I'm your host, Dog, filling in for the human who's normally here and bringing you the smells and sounds of the holidays, courtesy of Beggin' Dog Treats.
We wish you a begging Christmas. We wish you a begging Christmas. Go quest ye merry Doberman, let begging you acquire. Deck the halls with strips of begging. Arf, 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 arf.
Remember, for bacon-loving dog excitement this holiday,
It's begging! Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/find. That's ZipRecruiter.com/find.
Take us with you. In your car, at work.
Why does it say pepper jam when there is no pepper jam?
In the bedroom. Download the KNML app in the Google Play or iTunes App Store. Just search KNML.
Welcome back, Duke City. What a program today. Had a lot of fun with it. Thanks for all the callers and texters with your hot take. Thanks for all the friends of the show for participating. You know we love you, baby. Had a question for you, Robert.
What's up?
Friend of the show, Craig, says Noel looks nice. I've been wondering what Robert thought of the BB Rexa concert on Thanksgiving in Detroit.
Oh, my gosh.
She is
thicker than Antarctic peanut butter.
My goodness, baby. I had no clue who she was.
You know what? I'm glad you said that.
And she has just the most truthful hips one has ever seen.
Those yams were done early.
Not a fib. Not a fib to be told in those hips.
Not at all.
My goodness.
I ain't gonna lie. I went to YouTube.
Yeah. I was there. Who is this? And apparently she used to be all svelte and athletic too. I was like, no.
Nah, leave that where it's at.
Give me that thick BB. I know she got a bunch of new fans after that.
Oh, yes.
Did you watch that in real time?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so did I. I was sitting there on the couch at my folks' house, like watching that. I was like, this is an immediate Google. Who is this? Who is this?
Because I was like, I know the voice. You know those songs. You hear them everywhere. But we're in an age now where videos aren't as prominent as they were when we were younger, like the 90s, early 2000s.
Dude, we went to the video first.
Yeah, the
sitting
video
in front of the TV waiting for that hot new video to come out.
For
sure.
The video would break the song. That goes back to in other genres as well. But yeah, I was like, okay, I'm slipping.
Yeah, I'm into it. Faux show. She's got to like walk in shifts, like every part of the body kind of like moves separately, but it's still all together, kind of
walking around some stuff.
Yes. She got to get one part of the body going, shift the momentum to another part of the body.
That's a breath of fresh air, especially in the society we live in.
Oh,
today.
absolutely.
Very much so.
Did you see that poor girl was getting booed? Not because of her performance, because of where they put her.
Where they put her. Yeah.
They put her like literally in the corner.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
They had like a screen behind her, like a digital screen behind her. And then they weren't even casting it to the game. It was like just for TV only.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a whole stadium full of fans who wanted to see this halftime show, and they couldn't see it. Only the people in line waiting for some glizzies got to see this performance. It was the dumbest thing.
Hey, speaking of, shout out to the friend of the show, Hawk. I just love the fact we throw that word around a lot, glizzy. Ever since we're at Howie's Sports Page every Monday night.
Correct. Free glizzies.
So we were there this past Monday, and it was like the usual hustle and bustle. Everyone's having different conversations, laughing, joking. And he was sitting directly across from me. And I don't know why, I just zoned in on him. And he waited until it got very, very loud and busy. And he leans over to you and he goes, "Man, pardon my ignorance.
Yes.
But what's a glizzy?"
What's a glizzy?
I cried laughing.
We lost it.
I watched the whole thing.
We lost it.
Because he was trying to be discreet.
Sure.
He was like, I don't want to seem like I'm not hip. I don't know what's going on. That killed me.
Love it so much. Shout out to friend of the show, Tom Ruiz. Oh, LT Tom wants to do something to help Locker 505, and I'm in.
Oh, most definitely.
I'm in.
Yeah, whoever the lowlife that did that, and what we're talking about is Locker 505 got broken into.
Right. Stole their computers and some other equipment.
You're stealing from children.
Correct.
Okay, that's the bottom line of this.
Yes, you're stealing from kids who need help in the first place.
Exactly.
It's a horrible thing to do.
No good comes from that. So
I get it that, if you're hungry, it's okay to steal a loaf of bread. All right? Don't steal from kids. Don't steal from a company that is actually trying to help your community.
Not even trying, that is in the trenches.
If you're just a kid and want to have fun and steal for sport, go to Walmart. Go to Walmart. Quit messing with Locker 505.
Yeah, steal from big money.
Yes. They're not going to notice.
Okay, and we're not advocating stealing from Walmart, y'all, because I don't want no one to do it and say, "Well, 2 men on, Fred, Van, and Robert."
But if there was a place,
if you had to choose,
if you absolutely had to,
if someone says you gotta steal, it's either Locker 505 or Walmart. Always pick Walmart.
100% of the time. Help the helpers. Don't hurt the helpers.
Exactly.
Good Lord.
Thank you to the friend of the show who wants to help. That's awesome.
Yeah. I think you met Tom before. You met LT.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Good. Great dude. Weather needs to hurry up and turn so we can go golfing.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. Okay. I'm going to make some New Year's resolutions.
Ooh, here we go.
And that's not going to be high on my list, but it's going to be on my list.
So,
because you guys got my toe wet this year.
It's a blast, dude.
And I'm like, I need more of this in my life. And now I have the opportunity to do so. Things have been going very well. Time has been freed up. And I'm like, let me get into this. I'm about to be 45 next year. It's the good years. Let me get some of that.
It's amazing. I mean,
so I'm putting that on. I put that on wax.
If with a little bit of practice and, obviously your innate athletic ability, you could go from like an absolute beginner to a competent, I won't embarrass myself out there golfer, probably in a year.
See, that's what I want. Well, I want to go a little above that. I want to be able to talk some noise at one point, at least once. Give me one hole out of all of them where I'm confident enough that I can talk a little noise. That's my low bar.
So going from competent, not embarrass yourself golfer to good golfer is a Grand Canyon apart from each other.
No, I don't want to be a good one though.
Being an absolute rookie, a newbie like you, because you only gone once or twice your whole life, right?
You've been there for the lifespan.
Yeah, literally twice, right?
Yep.
So going from a guy who's only playing twice to a guy who can hit the ball straight every time it's obtainable in a short amount of time. Going from that guy who can hit it straight every time and advance the ball forward every time to someone who's breaking 90, let's just call it. That's a bogey golfer. That is a gigantic leap. And going from a bogey golfer to a good golfer, it's even further apart.
Yeah.
It's insane how good golfers are. The leap in between a really good amateur and the worst professional is night and day. Hell of a program today. Albuquerque had a lot of fun with it. We'll be back tomorrow. You got your comedy show up in Ruidoso. If you want a road trip, head up to Inn of the Mountain Gods and go catch Robert tomorrow. When are you on?
It's not until 7:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then New Mexico time, what we're calling it 8.
No, the casinos don't play.
Yeah, you're right.
They
Casinos
don't play.
They start on time.
Yep.
Or when they're supposed to, at least. We'll have a guest producer tomorrow and a guest host sitting in with me, Vern K. You know him because you listen to him every Saturday morning from 9 to 11 on Chop It Up with Vern K. He's going to be joining me tomorrow. Have a lot of fun doing. When Vern's here, we do a little more sports.
Yeah.
The boys, we hit sports adjacent really hard. When Vern's here, when Brandon Ortega's here, when Sebastian's here, we hit the sports a little harder, don't we?
Those guys have a level of professionalism we just wish to attain.
Yeah, they're actually good at their job. You will be missed tomorrow, Robert. We got you back on Friday, though, right?
Yeah, I'm here Friday.
All right, we got you back on Friday. We need to do something on Friday. December slows down. We've been in the studio too much. We need to start getting out more. We'll be back out in the community a lot more in the coming new year, but kind of shuts down.
Yeah, and that goes back to what you and Fred spoke about in December. There's not a lot of working and things going on.
Correct. That is correct. Except for us three, of course.
That's right.
Except for us three. And the people we surround ourselves with, because we only surround ourselves with hustlers and grinders, baby.
Can't stop, won't stop.
All right, we're going to kick it off to the Lobos right now. You're going to produce the beginning of the match, right?
I'm going to be for the first 30 minutes.
And then you're going to kick it off to Steph.
Right.
Sweet. All right, stay with us. Support your Lobos. Go Bows. We will see you tomorrow. And, hey, what are you doing in the morning? If you're not doing anything in the morning, make sure you're listening to the opening drive with Jeff, JJ, and A. Marie. Vern K. will be joining me tomorrow with special guest producer. Robert, what else you got going on?
Just that tomorrow, Inn of the Mountain Gods. Friday back here. Saturday, I'm on the road to Colorado. More comedy.
Ooh, hit the road. Follow Robert around like a deadhead.
Yes, Robert.
Just go to all of his shows.
You'll find out where I'm at next.
You be good out there, Burke. We'll see you tomorrow.